The early summer weather in the Gekko-kan schoolyard is refreshing after school. We're absorbed in chasing the ball like always.
Not gonna happen. Whoa!
One of the players I'm guarding against goes flying, and the game stops. Crap. Did I get a little too rough? I rush over and see how he's doing.
Sorry, are you okay? I'm fine. It wasn't a foul. That was a great tackle, Ken. You've been on fire lately.
Luckily, he doesn't seem hurt. I relax, then grab his hand to pull him up with a smile.
Well, we do have a match coming up soon. Isn't our opponent supposed to be a strong team? Yeah, you're right. All right, let's all put some more effort into this. Once more! Keep our spirits up! Yeah!
The sun is almost set, and it's almost time to end our club activities. I look around the school ground at the students leaving their own clubs. I can tell they're looking at someone standing in the corner of the schoolyard. Oh man, I didn't think she'd come here wearing that battle outfit of hers. I guess I should have given more thought about where I suggested that we meet up. I regret choosing this place a little, but she'd stand out anywhere. I guess it can't be helped. I'm the one who called Mitsuru-san here. This is the first time I've seen her in person since that case ended. I'm well aware of how busy Mitsuru-san is, but I implored her to come here today. I'm starting to feel a little unusually nervous, but I make up my mind and take a few deep breaths before approaching her.
Hey, who's that beautiful lady? Don't tell me she's Ken-kun's girlfriend.
What? No way. I'm so shocked. Doesn't she seem a little serious, though?
Mitsuru-san, thank you for coming all this way when you're so busy.
Don't worry about it. I am currently on a mission though, so I don't have a lot of time. I would like to speak with you for longer someday.
Oh, it's all right. This won't take long. I called you here so I could give you this today.
This?
I hand her a small silver badge. It's the official identification given to members of the Shadow Operatives. When she sees it, Mitsuru-san briefly looks surprised. She looks from the badge to my face, then swallows whatever she was about to say.
I'd like you to take it back for now. I don't need it. I promise I'll come get it again one day.
Very well. I will keep this for you.
That's right. I don't need it right now. Mitsuru-san accepts it without another word. But I bet she respects my decision. Mitsuru-san's always thinking about us. I'm sure that my action speaks louder than anything I could have said to her, and she understands perfectly. This is how it should be. Thank you, Mitsuru-san.
Hey, Ken! Let's get going!
A voice suddenly calls out to me from the school gate and breaks the silence between us. I look in that direction and see the rest of the soccer club who have finished changing and are waiting there for me. It should be obvious that I'm in the middle of a serious conversation here, but that doesn't stop them. Well, I guess it can't be helped that they want me to hurry up. We just finished practice, and we're all hungry kids. It's only natural that their stomachs are growling. I mean, mine is, too.
Okay, race to the wild duck. Last one there pays.
Well, I have to go. I hope you stay well until I see you again, Mitsuru-san.
In any case, since the burdens on my shoulders have been lifted, I quickly bow to Mitsuru-san before rushing off with my soccer club friends. We still have the after practice wild dash to do. It's a famous tradition of the Gekko-kan Junior High Soccer Club. Then again, we started this tradition on our own. We consider it one last part of our practice, so I can't allow myself to lose here either.
Huh, he left. But wow, don't you think Ken-kun's changed a bit lately? Really? Like how? For reals. He used to be all, I don't know, cold. But lately, he's been in high spirits. It's like he learned how to be normal, right? You're right. He does seem to act more naturally than before. I like it.
3 years ago, we forged a bond through our long and severe battles. That bond is still very important to me. But if I let myself get too caught up in that bond, I'll end up missing out on things in my own life. I think I was able to change because I realized that. I sense that my bond with the others has remained unchanged. More than that, I sense that I've grown in myself as well, even if only a little. What's best for me right now is to spend my days doing what I can without rushing through life. What happens to me now will surely affect my future. That's what I've come to realize. and acting that way will be my way of fulfilling the duty that was left to me. Huh? Koromaru appears from a side street and magnificently runs past us. Koromaru has been showing up like this from time to time and racing us to the burger place. I remember thinking this during the recent battles, but even though Koromaru is quite old, he sure doesn't seem that way. I bet he's determined to not let us kids beat him either. Well, if he's challenging me, I can't just let him win without a fight. I pick up the pace and chase after the white furry shape ahead of me.
Target acquired. Commencing capture now.
I guess.
Here's the most shocking moment of the game where Akihiko is wearing a shirt, but it's not gonna last long. I thought I was well concealed in the crowd in front of the station, but Aigis comes charging towards me. The people around me draw back, and people walking by stare dumbfounded. Not again.
It's time for your English 2 class.
I'm gonna be absent today.
Absence without Mitsuru-san's express permission will not be tolerated.
The class doesn't do roll call. If I pass the final exam, I'll get the credits I need. I've already mastered English anyway.
I've heard that some college classes randomly take roll. One cannot discount the possibility.
With that, Professor? It'll never happen.
You stand out, so your absence will immediately be apparent.
How do I stand out? I'm not dressed for missions today.
In any case, you must prioritize your studies.
After the case had closed, I went back to college, even though I'd been taking time off to go on my training journey until recently. Though Mitsuru had a hand in getting me to go back, thankfully, Aigis has taken it upon herself to manage my college credits, which has led to situations like this. The moment I go off her radar, she suddenly shows up out of nowhere and drags me back to class. My attendance, classwork, study groups, assignment submissions, exams, she has total control over my every move, and I don't even have time to train anymore.
Stop being so persistent, Aigis. I told you I have plans today.
You are the same as always, aren't you? You both stand out a lot.
Kurosawa-san.
Kurosawa-san appears out of the crowd with a resigned expression. Yes, I was here to meet him here today. He's currently a detective with the Metropolitan Police Department, and is a trustworthy man who has been helping us in secret. Even now, he caught on to the Public Safety Department's moves before anyone else, and was able to warn us.
I wasn't told that you had class today. Should we postpone?
Oh, no, it's all right. Let go, Aigis.
I see. So your plan was to meet with Kurosawa-san.
Yeah, I have something important I need to consult with him on.
That actually seems to be the case for once. I don't have much time to spare either, so why don't you hand him over to me for today, Aigis?
If that is the case, then I understand. I will await your report later.
Aigis says so politely as she releases my arm and salutes Kurosawa-san. With that, she disappears back into the crowd. I swear, she's been a pest lately on purpose and enjoys seeing my reactions. Oh well, I guess that means she's getting even more human-like.
So, what did you want my help with?
Well, this might be a bit late to ask, but I want to have enough power in the police to protect the others from the outside.
So that's what this is about. Dealing with people from that side of the business is more trouble than fighting shadows sometimes, you know.
Oh, I know. That's why I need power besides what I can do with my fists.
Kurosawa-san smirks in
I like
response.
the look on your face. That reminds me, you're old enough to drink now, aren't you?
Well, yes.
What's this? You don't like alcohol?
No, alcohol and protein shakes go surprisingly well together.
Drinking with you is going to be tiring for a different reason.
Kurosawa-san looks amused for a moment, then turns and walks away. I follow him into the city. Mitsuru-senpai and I are walking through the city, which has suddenly become filled with summer fashions as the long holiday draws to a close. We've been going out together like this for a while, but when she wears clothes more appropriate for her age, Mitsuru-senpai looks even better than models. Heads turn to follow her wherever we go. Mitsuru-senpai doesn't seem fazed by this, though it's more likely that she doesn't even have a clue that she's standing out. It's a mystery to me how she doesn't notice that. The only thing that appears to bother her is how she's walking.
I'm not comfortable in these clothes.
Come on, you look good. And you know what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
But doesn't such a frilly skirt interfere with how you walk?
Huh? Senpai, I know you wore a skirt as part of the Gekukan High uniform.
A uniform is fine, since it's like battle attire.
Battle attire, huh?
Hey, ladies, how's it going? Are the two of you looking for a good time? Why don't you join us and have some fun?
Would you mind getting out of the way? I'm trying to enjoy my day off with my friend.
Again? I mean, yeah, she stands out, but how many times have we been hit on just today?
Well, if not today, how about another time? Can I get your phone number? Maybe we could go out sometime.
Oh.
The man hitting on us touches my shoulder. This guy either has guts, or he's really slow on the uptake. Either way, this isn't good at all. Mitsuru-senpai's arm flashes out like a snake and grabs the man's wrist.
Mitsuru-senpai, hold on.
I'd prefer it if you kept your hands off my friend. I also believe it to be in your best interests if you left at once.
I'm okay. Geez, you guys better get going.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap! We're sorry!
The guys who talk to us are scared off by Mitsuru-senpai, and they run for their lives. I'm happy that she protected me, but it's like she's seriously turning into an empress. She's the head of a special battle unit with the mission of exterminating shadows. I wonder if that environment is what's making things worse for her after all. I really need to help her have some time to enjoy herself.
Senpai, let's go over there.
I take Mitsuru-senpai's arm and charge into a shopping mall. I'm pretty sure that guys like that won't follow us all the way into a store. After checking out some clothes and other accessories, like normal girls in these busy holiday stores, we decide to take a break at a cafe terrace.
That was fun.
You're right.
I relax and enjoy the fun we had, and take another sip of my iced coffee. Mitsuru-senpai answered me absent-mindedly, and her tea is left untouched.
Senpai, you promised that you wouldn't think about the other day.
Yukari,
I know that it's impossible to keep it from getting to her. After all, the case this time was all because of the Kirijo group's negative legacy. Mitsuru-senpai had taken on the role of the leader of the Kirijo family to atone for her family's past, and yet, after being captured by the enemy, she couldn't take command of the situation. It may only be natural that she feels responsible for what happened. But even then, I can't be convinced that she needs to bear the weight of all that
there are so
herself.
many people here.
And there she goes again. I came here today thinking about giving her a piece of my mind. She keeps taking responsibility for everything on herself, and worrying about things all on her own. Still, I can't bring myself to say anything about it when I see the look on her face. I thought that maybe confronting her emotionally like I had back then would lessen the distance between us. But that would just be repeating what I'd done before. Doing so would be saddening. I mean, we're best friends, you know? As I try and figure out what to say next, all I hear is the bustle of the busy cafe.
See? It's Feather Pink! Wow, you're right! It's Reiko Kuchikuen! Hey, Feather Pink! Where are Red and the others?
Huh?
Suddenly, a little boy points at me. Everyone turns around in a shout, and the children walking past make a wide circle around us.
No, you're mistaken. You've got the wrong person.
I hurriedly wave my hands in an attempt to disperse the crowd. Having a role that shows my face can be really
You're
inconvenient.
quite popular, Yukari. How does it feel to be a hero?
Huh? Well, I guess it's worth it since these kids are really into it.
Death must not be needlessly feared, but it must not be needlessly desired as well. Face it and fight, Featherman. Or so the line goes.
Senpai, why do you know that?
That's the opening line of the intro to Featherman Victory. That catchphrase comes up in every episode of the
I
show.
may be busy, but I still have time to watch a little television.
What? But why would you watch Featherman of all things?
Why wouldn't I? My best friend is one of the stars. I had never seen such a program before, but it's true. I did sense something from it. I feel that you were trying to help people, especially children, teaching them to avoid bringing harm into their lives.
That's... well, I guess that's how it is.
The protagonists of hero shows don't just punish evil, they protect those who are precious to them and give everyone the hope to live. I'm sure that these shows teach a lot of the things to children, too.
The same goes for Akihiko and Yamagishi, Aiga, Sanada, and Iori as well. Every one of us is proceeding down their own path, in their own way. That's how I can concentrate on my own duties. The trust we've formed will not easily be swayed. Isn't that right?
I can't help but sigh. I feel like I've been beaten instead. My best friend believes in me and is watching over me. Well, I should do the same to her, even though I get the feeling that I got sweet talk somehow.
What's the matter?
I guess I've been defeated today. Well, that's fine. Let's go to the next place.
Next place? You want to continue shopping?
Well, I don't have any idea when you'll be able to make time for me again, you know.
What if I promise to contact you every once in a while? Would that do?
It's a deal. But while we're here...
I tug on Mitsuru Senpai and we resume our shopping. I'm not sure why, but I feel as if whatever had been bothering me had disappeared. Even before we could complete the follow-up investigation of the case that Minazuki caused, I was summoned by public safety to the government office building. I would have liked to ignore this meeting, which is sure to be nothing more than an interrogation, but it's better that I go then for them to get their hands on Labrys from Minazuki. Also, I want to make sure that no trouble comes to Yukari or Amada's daily lives.
So we recognize your achievement in recovering Labrys. Wasn't it your own blunder that led to you, the leader of your organization, being captured?
There are also reports that you involved underage civilians in this matter as well. What do you think your organization is?
If there were people there, then they must have acted on their own to protect their town and their companions. Also, with regard to the members of the auxiliary staff, the emergency suppression unit, they became concerned for me after my disappearance and came after me as individuals. That is all. It is absolutely unrelated to the Shadow Operatives.
You're just playing semantics.
Furthermore, when the second case occurred, the Shadow Operatives were forced to begin an investigation based on a lack of evidence. Since you were the ones who ordered the investigation, I believe you would know whether or not they were able to go on duty or not. Also, even though it may have been merely an intimidation tactic, I received a report that my people were fired upon during the incident. I laughed it off at the time, since it's impossible that this organization could have been so stupid as to send my people into danger unprepared.
You little...
But as you pointed out, it was due to my own lack of preparedness that I was captured by the enemy. I will accept any kind of punishment for that.
The report says that your capture was nothing but a ruse, though?
Excuse me.
What is it? We're in the middle of an inquiry here.
I was ordered to bring these documents the moment they arrived.
The man who enters the room holds a binder full of documents hands a binder full of documents to the man interrogating me. While they're distracted by that for a moment, the newcomer glances at me. I feel as if I know that man from somewhere, but what was that about?
What is this?
As you can see, it's the report from our undercover investigation of the Kirijo group.
You fool! These are not the kinds of details we asked for.
This deliberation is temporarily suspended. You will be notified of our further decisions at a later date.
Their sudden sourness makes me think that this case is coming to an end. But to think that someone would be able to turn in a report that would instantly suspend an investigation from these sticklers. It would seem that there are some people even in public safety who do not respect their higher-ups. Also, that undercover investigation report must have been made by Shirogane. Huh, it seems that I'm in her debt. When I leave the conference, I see that the other shadow operatives have gathered here.
Mitsuru-san!
What are you all doing here?
These guys insisted on at least trying to testify in person, since they failed you on the mission. I had no choice but to come too.
Seeing that our friend who had gone missing was immediately summoned to the government office on her return, we were worried it was a conspiracy. Indeed, as your friends, it's only natural that we'd rush to your side, because we are your friends.
Aigis, why are you speaking with such over-exaggeration? And what are Yukari and Iori even doing here?
Yeah, we were all worried about you. After all, we're all your friends.
The best of friends. Yep. Yes, sirree.
You realize I won't be able to stick up for you if they come down on you because of this.
It'll be fine. Look, I'm in the middle of a shoot right now.
I'm just out walking Koromaru.
I'm just going out for a run, you know?
You're training, Junpei? You should have told me sooner. I'll come along.
That's okay. I mean, can't you see what we're getting at here?
Seriously, all of you?
I can't help but laugh with amusement. Though this makes me happy as their friend, I have mixed feelings as the leader of an organization. The higher-ups that gave themselves away this time are only the tip of the iceberg. There must be many people in the police and the political realm who don't think well of the Kirijo group. Those troublemakers will pounce immediately if we leave even the slightest vulnerability unguarded. But even then, the Shadow Operatives will continue to protect and serve. We won't let anyone be forced to be alone. We can create a world where everyone will have the strength to deny the fate of destruction.
Let's go.
Yes!
And we will continue moving towards the future, for the sake of granting our wishes. The end.